Hello and good morning. Today is June 8th. We are in the book of Proverbs today, and we are doing chapters 8 through 10. And in this section of Proverbs, you get lots of great wisdom. You start off in chapter 8 with wisdom from David and some of his sayings, and it is the call of wisdom and what that looks like in your life. And then you move into chapter 9, which is still David, which is the invitation to wisdom and folly. And then you move into Proverbs of Solomon, where much like Saul later in the New Testament, just does a bunch of run-ons of Proverbs, and it just never seems to end because it's just one giant continuous thing of Proverbs. But the cool thing though is you see lots of great things about wisdom in this book, because it is wisdom literature, because that is what a proverb is. It is advice on how to live wisely. And so I really appreciate the fact that in chapters 8 and 9 you see David give examples of, hey, this is what it looks like to be wise, and this is what it looks like to be foolish. He lays out some examples of a wise man does this, and he also does this, while a foolish one does this, and this. Like, that is the end of chapter 8, where he talks about how those who are foolish sit at their doorstep and call those to them to do stuff, and say all sorts of silly things like, food eaten in secret is delicious, or stolen water is sweat. It's silly things that you'd go, okay, why? Just examples of what foolishness looks like. And if you live in a life full of folly and foolishness and not living wisely, then you are basically equivalent to kind of being dead already, because that's how he wraps up chapter 9 before we move into the Proverbs of his son, of that if you are living foolishly and taking this wisdom and having it be a part of your life, then you're dead inside to begin with. And that's what this entire book is, even outside of the book of Proverbs. It is full of wisdom and the way of how God calls us to live. And if you aren't applying what you have learned from God, then you're being foolish. So when you read Proverbs for the next couple of days, keep that in mind of these are little nuggets of wisdom that you can easily apply to your life, and just enjoy your time gleaning some of the wisdom that David and Saul have to offer you. But until next time, church, you are sent.